Hey, what's up you guys? This is Junior Trader and in this video we are taking a look at 3 turnaround stocks that are showing some price action that can allow us to take an early entry. It's not a super early entry, but some of them have given the confirmation and some of them definitely are just about to confirm as if we hold the structure, which we'll take a look at in this video. So we are going to take a look at 3 stocks. The first one is Sofi, and the second, and the third, as we'll go through the list, you will get to see soon. So let's start off with Sofi, but before that I also want to let you know none of this is any financial advice and is only for education purposes. Now, Sofi, the first one. Well, if you remember, you are already aware about it. This is part of my 50 plus stocks coverage. Sofi is one of those that I talk about. Check out the details in the description of this video if you're interested to know all about that. Now, Sofi was in the weakness from hereafter, and I have been saying that we are continuing lower once we also failed this very area of, let's get to the hourly interval actually right away, because that's where all the price action is, guys. So once we lost this zone as it was trying to regain above $16.23 area, that once we lost it, it was done. It was like going in the next downtrend. All right, and thereafter it couldn't gain much strength back up, and that's where I talked about here on the public channel as well, that weakness is coming in. All right, now lately what Sofi has done though, it has turned around right with this very last day of candle. It's no longer in the weakness, it is bullish, and this one has a room to continue higher. All right, so why so as well? So let's go to the hourly interval. And on the hourly interval, we have already formed an uptrend that, let's actually go to the 4 hours. That's where things will get a little bit more clear. So as you can see, we were having lower highs on this already and lower lows. As we got closer to this breakout, and that's what we have to see, every lower low was getting less of a lower low, which means buyers have started to hold an area. And that's what my area of interest was, closer to that where we had the previous pivot, even though this weakness was coming in. But the caution was that also just keep an eye on this near term 1376. We definitely rebounded up before that, which is fine, because we are still seeing the price action as I just showed you on the 4 hours, that things were gaining some momentum here. Already buyers were holding a constant line, and thus eventually once we broke out above one of the significant level, $15.23 area, is when we had a good breakout, because we also took out this recently resisting zone from this very level. So all in all, Sofi is in a turn around from the weakness that we were getting on this. It's full on, well, it's a start of a bullish trend already, and going in intraday as well. As long as we hold above 1586, we are just fine. If we lose 1586, all is not lost right now on this. Definitely some cool off again is possible, but Sofi has a good room to continue to stay bullish until 1540 now. As long as we stay above this zone and area, Sofi has a room to continue to remain bullish. So it's a good turnaround from weakness. It's getting into the strength this very last particular day. The second one is MicroStrategy. So MicroStrategy, we are having a start of a turn around. It's not a confirmed turn around yet, but so let's turn on the structure on my tools, another tool of mine, and we are still in the red structure on overall structure on MicroStrategy. We are still in the weakness, still in the red structure, but what I'm seeing is an early sign of a potential breakout that we may get over here. 338 is where we are at. So why so? Well, let's get to the hourly interval. And well, also just like Sofi, let's go to the 4 hours actually. So on the 4 hours interval, we have held this demand zone area. This has been acted multiple times. There's a strong demand zone, and this is where it's rebounding back up from, and that's why this is really interesting. And also, well, as on the daily interval, we are already slowly taking out the resistance above. We have, let's get back the 4 hours, sorry. We have taken out a lower highs. Actually, that's what we were forming. This was a lower high. We have taken it out. So that's a good action, good price action. And that's what concludes that near-term intraday rebound has started on it. Now, this is on the overall as well structure. You can see on the hourly interval as well, it's very apparent we have gotten out of that lower trend. On hourly interval, it's looking very promising, definitely, as if we can close another day above 333 and 84 cents. MicroStrategy has a room to turn around from this very candle, just because, as I showed you, the demand zones are holding on this thing. And it's in an early stage. Again, it's on the overall structure, it's not a confirmed breakout to the upside yet, but intraday strength is coming. Now, based on your interval that you are trading or whatever you are doing, accordingly trade or make the decision, because intraday, yes, we are uptrending already. And overall structure still requires extra confirmation, but this is an early start that if you are a bull and you think like, oh, well, this can roll up its sleeves to the upside strong enough, well, and we can hold above this 333 and 64 cents area. This is a zone almost, right? 333 to 329. So yeah, it has a room to stay intraday bullish, and then once the structure on my tools, easy day and swing trading tools, on the overall structure also turns bullish, we are good to play the game again to the upside. But yes, that near-term weakness, at least now since intraday rebound is coming with the higher highs, higher lows, near-term weakness is disappearing. So that's why it's an early sign, but just wanted to raise this as well over here. The third one, again, MicroStrategy is also a regular coverage under my 50 plus stocks coverage that I do for the members. Details are check out in the description of this video. And also if you need access to the trading tools as well, you have an option or choice, I should say, for that as well down there. All right, the third one, the turn around, and this is on the negative side, is the SoundHound AI. So SoundHound AI is kaboom. All right, it's done, guys. Okay, and unfortunately, it's not just the, well, it definitely broke the structure, and it was trying to rebound. It didn't give the, that's why I'm saying depends on, you know, if you're looking for an early start, or, but you have to have a hard stop loss for an early start, because things may slip, because overall structure, for example, let's turn on this tool. So overall structure remained bearish on SoundHound AI. Intraday rebounds were happening, but that just remained intraday rebounds, but overall structure remained bearish. So if you are you have to first select the interval that you are trading off of with. But what I'm trying to suggest is that when a rebound is happening, you should size down your position if you are shorting, right? And you don't have to fully liquidate. And then bullish players, you should better wait for a full-on confirmation, which SoundHound AI never had on the structure, right? And then what happened? NVIDIA sold out. NVIDIA sells off its stake. SoundHound's stock sinks as NVIDIA sells off stake. NVIDIA's latest 13F filing also indicates it sold its stake in Serve Robotics, and shares of self-driving technology company are also sliding. Many investors hadn't heard of SoundHound AI before a year ago when NVIDIA Corp filed its first 13F form, which showed a position in the maker of voice-based artificial intelligence technology. Blah, blah, blah. SoundHound surged 570% back then, yep. From the archives, February 2024, NVIDIA disclosed position in SoundHound AI, ARM, all that stuff. But shares were falling 30% in Friday afternoon action after NVIDIA's latest 13F no longer showed a position in SoundHound as of the end of December quarter. The stock is on a pace for its worst one-day drop, and NVIDIA declined to comment on the filing. Now, sure, that's the news that definitely propelled more of that bearish structure that we were already in to the downside. But SoundHound, if that news, again, technicals will take the precedence, and on the hourly interval, once we lost the technicals, guys, the levels we lost, that intraday rebound was over, right? Because we lost all the pivots, not just the pivots, we lost all the structures, and that was it, right? So, and also it was propelled more by that very sentiment of NVIDIA selling off its stake, right? And this being a low cap stock or low float stock, you know, they move like a rock, like they can fall like a rock. right? Once the rug is pulled, and you can see the volume down there on this thing, right? So anyway, structure on this overall remained bearish, but it was showing an early sign of at least intraday start on the lower time frame. But intraday, eventually strength didn't roll over. So that's why it's important to size and size out your position. And if you are getting in early, let's say intraday, you have to be aware that things may not fully roll over to the overall strength. And that may, eventually intraday play may just remain intraday play, and eventually just, may not make its full-on confirmation over to the overall structure. So accordingly, based on the interval and the type of trades you are taking, you have to take all this into account. My tools help you in all of this, and if you need access to those links, as you know, are in the description of this video. All right, that's all I have for you guys in this video, and with that, I'll see you in my next videos. Take care, guys. Bye.